Hello everyone, welcome to this series of mathematics lessons. In this chapter, we will study about numbers. Knowing about numbers. Counting things is easy for us now. We can count objects in large numbers. For example, we can count the number of students in your class, we can count the number of students in your school, and we represent them through numerals. We also communicate large numbers using suitable number names like 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, crore. Comparing numbers. Now let us see example 1. Here we are given with 4 numbers. We need to find the greatest of these 4 numbers. When we draw a number line ranging from 0 to 90,000, this is 90,000, we can place 92 at this position. The placement is not accurate, I am just placing for the demonstration purpose. 392 could be placed at this position, 4456 could be placed at around in this position, and 89,742 could be placed approximately around here. So which among these 4 numbers is the greatest? Of course 89,742 is the greatest. How many numbers can you make? Suppose we have 4 digits 7835. Using these digits we want to make different 4-digit numbers in such a way that no digit is repeated. With these numbers we cannot write a number in such a way that numbers are repeating. This is invalid because 3 is repeated. We cannot write 5577 because 5 is repeated once and 7 is repeated once. We need to write a number in such a way that no digit is repeated. The greatest of these 4 numbers is 8753. Why 8753 is greatest number? Because among these 4 numbers we placed 8 at thousands position. Right? 8 is at thousands position. Is 7000 is greater or 8000 is greater? Of course 8000 is greater. If you add greater number to the leftmost position, in this case the thousands position, that makes number larger. Then we are done with 8. Next we will place second largest number among these 4 numbers. 7 is the second largest number, so we will place 7 in the hundreds place. We are done with 7. Between 3 and 5 is larger, so we will place 5 in tens place. Finally we are remaining with ones place. We will place 3 in ones place. So the largest number that we can make using these 4 numbers is 8753 and the smallest number is 3578. What we will do is, using these 4 numbers we will place the smallest number in the thousands place. 3 is the smallest number, so we will place 3 in the thousands place. We are done with 3. Among these 3 numbers 5 is the second smallest number, so we will place 5 in the hundreds place. Between 7 and 8, 7 is the smallest number, so we will place 7 in the tens place. Finally we are remaining with 8. We will place 8 in the ones place. So the smallest number is 3578. Can you think about the arrangement of digits in both? For largest number we arranged in decreasing order from left to right. First comes in decreasing order, first larger number comes in the picture, then second larger, then third larger, then fourth larger number. But in the case of smallest number, we follow the ascending order from left to right. We will place the smallest number in the leftmost position, then we will place the second smallest number, then the third smallest number, finally the fourth smallest number. The same principle could be followed for any number without repetition. ascending order and descending order. Ascending order means arrangement from smallest to greatest, whereas descending order means arrangement of objects or numbers from greatest to smallest. Shifting digits. For instance, we take number 182. Think what would happen if we shift the numbers or if we move the numbers, like moving ones place to tens place. In ones place we have 2, in tens place we have 8. If we move ones place to tens place, the number becomes 128. We can write smallest number as well as largest number. So the smallest number of these 3 digits is 128, and the largest number that we can make with this number is 821. For smallest number, we arranged the digits in such a fashion: first the smallest number comes, then the second smallest, then the third smallest, from left to right. To write the largest number, we wrote in the descending order. First we wrote the largest number, then we wrote the second largest, finally the third largest, from left to right. Exchanging the places will change the number when there is no repetition involved. Introducing 10,000. We know that beyond 99 there is no 2-digit number. What is beyond 99? It could be greater than 100. 100 is not a 2-digit number, right? Similarly, the greatest 3-digit number is 999 and greatest 4-digit number is 9999. There is some pattern involved in this. We take the greatest 1-digit number, that is 9, and we will add 1 to it. We will get 10. 9 is the greatest 1-digit number, whereas 10 is the smallest 2-digit number. Similarly, when we take 2-digit number, the greatest 2-digit number is 99. When we add 1 to it, we will get 100. 99 is the greatest 2-digit number. Similarly for 999, 999 is the smallest 3-digit number. When we add 1 to it, we will get smallest 4-digit number. The same principle could be followed for n digit as well. Revisiting place value. Now let us take a 2-digit number 78. 8 is in the ones place and 7 is in the tens place. So we can write 78 as 7 into 10, because 7 is in the tens place, plus 8 into 1, because 8 is in the ones place. When we add these two numbers, 7 into 10 is equal to 70, plus 8 into 1 is equal to 8. 70 plus 8 is equal to 78. Similarly, we can also write 5278. 5 is in thousands place, 2 is in hundreds place, 7 is in tens place, and 8 is in ones place. We can write 5278 as 5 into 1000, because 5 is in the thousands place, plus 2 into 100, because 2 is in the hundreds place, plus 7 into 10, because 7 is in the tens place. Finally, 8 into 1. 8 is in the ones place. When we add all these numbers, we will get the sum 5278. 5 into 1000 is equal to 5000. 2 into 100 is equal to 200. 7 into 10 is equal to 70. 8 into 1 is equal to 8. When we add these numbers, we will get 5278. Introducing 1 lakh. The same principle follows for 1 lakh. The principle that we used while writing 4-digit number. ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place. In this case we got 10,000s place and 1 lakh place. Larger numbers. When we add 1 to the largest 6-digit number, we will get the smallest 7-digit number. We call it as 10 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the smallest 7-digit number. We call it as 10 lakh. When we add 1 to the greatest 7-digit number, we will get smallest 8-digit number. We call it as 1 crore. This is the smallest 8-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1 crore. This is the smallest 8-digit number. An aid in reading and writing large numbers. Can you read the following numbers? Yeah, it is difficult to read and write these numbers. So how do we keep track of this? Use of commas. You might have noticed in this earlier presentation, I wrote 1 lakh with the help of commas. Reading and writing large numbers with the help of commas is very useful. In our Indian system of numeration, we use ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, then lakhs, finally crores. Commas are used to mark the thousands, lakhs and crores. The first comma comes after hundreds place. Let us take this number. We can notice that the first comma comes after hundreds. Unit 10, 100. Here is the comma. The second comma comes 2 digits later. We can see after thousands place and 10,000s place, the second comma comes in picture. The third comma comes after 2 digits. You can notice after lakh and 10 lakh, the comma comes in picture, that is crore. This pattern follows for the rest of the numbers. So we read this number as 3 crore 32 lakhs 40,781. And this is easier to read and easier to write, right? Yes, it is. I strongly recommend you to read International System of Numeration. This is very interesting. Large numbers in practice. We have learned that we use centimeter as a unit of length. Say for instance, we are measuring the length of the pencil. We use centimeters as a unit to measure the length of a pencil. Now, how do we measure the thickness of pencil? We can use centimeter to measure the thickness of pencil, but it is not practical. So we use millimeter to measure the thickness of a pencil, because centimeter is too big to measure the thickness of pencil. 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. Say for instance, the thickness of this pencil is 8 millimeter and the length of this pencil is 5 centimeter. We use units that suits our application. It is not practical to measure the length of 2 points in a city. If we measure the length of these 2 points with millimeters, that doesn't make any sense. For that we have to use kilometer. Kilometer is a suitable unit of measurement for this application. Estimation. Let us see the point number 1. India drew with Pakistan in a hockey match watched by approximately 51,000 spectators, 51,000 people in the stadium, and 40 million, 4 crores viewers in television worldwide. Do you think there were exactly 51,000 people in the stadium and 4 crore people watching the television? Obviously not. The word approximately itself shows that the number of people were near about these numbers. 51,000 could be 50,800 or 51,300. We don't know for sure. So we take these two numbers and approximate it to the nearest number. But we are not approximating to 70,000 because the difference is too large. 50,800 is nearer to 51,000 and 51,300 is nearer to 51,000 but not 70,000 because we have almost 19,000 difference. But in these two cases we have difference of about 200 and 300. There could be 39 million people watching the television or 41 million people watching the television, but certainly not exactly 40 million. We just approximated the numbers. Where do we need approximation? Why do we have to approximate the numbers? Imagine there is a big celebration at your home. The first thing that you will do is find out roughly how many guests may arrive. Imagine you invited your best friend. You may imagine that only best friend comes to the big celebration, but it is not the case. Your best friend could bring two of his siblings. The number what you have roughly imagined is not the same because your best friend is bringing two more people to the celebration. So it is practically impossible to get an idea of exact number of visitors. Estimating to the nearest tens by rounding off. Find which flags are closer to 260. There are 4 flags at position 261, 263, 267 and 269. Which of these flags are closer to 260? 261 is closer to 260 because the difference is only 1. Whereas the difference between 263 and 260 is 3, difference between 267 and 260 is 7, and difference between 269 and 260 is 9. Among these 4 numbers, 261 is nearer to 260. But what about which flag is nearer to 270? Of course, 269 is closer to 270 because the difference is 1. The difference between 269 and 270 is 3. The difference between 270 and 263 is 7. The difference between 270 and 261 is 9. It is too far from 270. So 269 is closer to 270. Locate the numbers 10, 17 and 20 on your ruler. Say this is your scale or ruler. Is 17 is nearer to 10 or is it nearer to 20? Now let us see the gap between these two numbers. The gap between 20 and 17 is 3. The gap between 17 and 10 is 7. 17 is nearer to 20. So we can round off 17 to 20 in its tens place. Now consider 12. 12 is here. Is 12 is nearer to 10 or is it nearer to 20? The gap between 12 and 10 is 2, whereas the gap between 20 and 12 is 8. In this case, 12 is nearer to 10. So we can round off 12 to 10. Estimating to the nearest hundreds place by rounding off. We used a similar approach that we used for estimating nearest tens place by rounding off. But in this case, we round off to hundreds place. We use the same principle for rounding off nearest thousands place. Estimating outcomes of number situations. How do we add numbers? We add numbers by following the algorithm. Algorithm is a well-defined sequence of steps. Say for instance, we need to add these 3 numbers. First we place these 3 numbers in its respective places. We can see 0 is placed in 1's place, 9 is placed in 1's place, 6 is placed in 1's place, 5 is placed in 10's place, 7 is placed in 10's place, 4 is placed in 10's place. The same pattern follows for rest of the places for given numbers. We add the columns, we add the respective columns. If we get a carry, we will place that carry to the next position. The same principle follows for rest of the places. This procedure takes time. There are many situations where we need to answer more quickly. There are some situations where we need the approximate number. We may not have the time to add, subtract, or do any other arithmetic operations. So we approximate and perform arithmetic operations to estimate sum or difference. Let us take example 5. Estimate the sum of these two numbers. We can round off 17,986 to 18,000. Since 17,986 is nearer to 18,000, and we will round off 5,290 to 5,000, because 5,290 is nearer to 5,000. So we will add the approximated numbers. We will get the approximated sum, that is 23,000. Now let us add the actual numbers. When we add these two numbers, the actual numbers, we will get 23,276. Yes, 23,276 is nearer to 23,000. This works in many situations where we don't have to follow the algorithm. Now let us estimate the difference of 5,673 and 436. We will round off this number to the nearest thousands place, and we will round off the second number to the nearest hundreds place. But what would happen if we round off these two numbers to the nearest thousands place? 5,673 is nearer to 6,000. Okay, that's fine. 436 is nearer to 0 when we are rounding off with thousands place. So this becomes 0. When we subtract these two numbers, we will get 6,000. This is not a reasonable estimate. When you take out some number with 5,673, the number should be lesser, but we are getting the number which is greater than 5,673. So this is not a reasonable estimate. So what we will do is, we will round off the number to the nearest hundreds place. 5,673 is rounded off to 5,700. 436 is rounded off to 400. When we take the difference, we get 5,300. This is better and more meaningful estimate. The difference between the actual number is 5,237. 5,237 is closer to 5,300. This is better and more meaningful estimate. Estimate the products. Now let us take these two numbers, 63 multiplied with 182. If we approximate both the numbers to the nearest hundreds place, we get 60 is approximated to 100 and 182 is approximated to 200. 100 into 200 is equal to 20,000. This seems much larger to the actual product. It is much larger to the actual product. So what we will do? We will approximate 182 to the nearest tens place. 180. Then we will approximate 63 to the nearest tens place. 63 is nearer to 60. So 180 into 60 is equal to 10,800. This estimate is good, but it is not quick enough. Instead, what we will do is, we will approximate 63 to the nearest tens place, then we will approximate 182 to the nearest hundreds place. So 60 into 200, 182 is nearer to 200, is equal to 12,000. This is a good estimate of the product. The general rule that we can make is, round off each factor to its greatest place, then multiply the rounded off factors. In our previous example, we rounded off 63 to the tens place 63 to the nearest tens place and 182 to the nearest hundreds place using brackets. Meera has bought 6 notebooks from the market and the cost of each notebook is 10 rupees. Her sister, Meera's sister, Seema also bought 7 notebooks of the same type. That means each notebook cost 10 rupees. Find the total money that Meera and Seema paid. Seema calculated the amount like this. She bought 6 books where each book cost 10 rupees. Meera took 7 notebooks of each 10 rupees. So 6 into 10 is equal to 60, 7 into 10 is equal to 70. 130 is the final answer. Whereas Meera calculated the amount like this. Seema bought 6 books, Meera herself got 7 books. She added these two numbers. 13 is the sum. Number of books into cost of each book is equal to 130. 13 is the number of books and for each book the cost is 10 rupees. 13 into 10 is equal to 130. You can see that Seema calculated in one way and Meera calculated in some other way. Both got the same answer, but they had different approach. But Appu points out that 7 plus 6 into 10 is 7 plus 60. He multiplied 6 into 10. So 60 plus 7 is equal to 67. This is not what Meera had done. All 3 students got confused. What to do? To avoid this confusion, we make use of brackets. In our example, we can pack the numbers 6 and 7 together. We will pack 6 and 7 together. We will add these two numbers, then we will multiply with the cost of each book, that is 10 rupees. So 6 plus 7 is equal to 13 into 10, which is equal to 130. Now let us expand the brackets. Let us take example 1, 7 into 109. 109 could be written as 100 plus 9. We will write within the brackets. Now let us use the distributive law. 7 into 100 is equal to 7 into 100 plus 7 into 9. 7 into 100 is equal to 700. 7 into 9 is equal to 63. 700 plus 63 is equal to 763. This is one more way of multiplying two numbers. Sometimes we find it easier to multiply using this method. Roman numerals. We have been using Hindu-Arabic numeral system so far. This is not the only system available. One of the early systems of writing numerals is the Roman numerals. And we can see this system being used in many places as well. For example, we can see the Roman numerals in clocks. I hope you have noticed this. Roman numerals are also used for classes in the school timetable. Here we can see the Roman numerals for 1 to 10. I is equal to 1, I for 2, 3 I's for 3, V for 4, and so on. There are some more Roman numerals. That is, we already saw I is for 1, V is for 5, X is for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, and M for 1000. Now there are some rules to use this system. If a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times as it occurs. Here we can see I is repeated 3 times. So we will add I. 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3. For 20, X is repeated twice. So X plus X is equal to 20. For 30, X is repeated thrice. X plus X is equal to 30. 10 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 30. a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. We cannot write x, 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 x for 40. This is invalid. A symbol is not repeated more than 3 times. But the symbol V, L, D are never repeated. We cannot repeat 5, 50 and 500 in our Roman numerals. We can only write this once in our Roman number representation. If a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, then the value gets added to the greater symbol. Here we can see 5 is the greatest value compared to 1, and 1 is written to the right of the greatest number. 1 is written to right of 5. So we will add these two numbers. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Here we can see 10 is the largest number, and we wrote 2 i's right to it, which is nothing but 2. 2 is written right to the 10. So we will add these two numbers. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. Similarly, if a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a symbol of greater value, its value is subtracted from the value of greater symbol. Here 5 is the greater number compared to 1, and it is written to left of the greater number. So we will subtract these two numbers. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Similarly, 10 is greater and 1 is written left to it. So we will subtract 10 minus 1. We will get 9. The symbols V, L, D are never written to the left of a symbol of greater value. V, L, D are never subtracted. The symbol I can be subtracted from V and X only. 1 could be subtracted from 5 and 10 only. Similarly, the symbol 10, the symbol X, that is 10, can be subtracted from L, M, C only. L for 50, M for 1000 and C for 100. Now let us see a well-known example. I hope you have already seen the Statue of Liberty. You can notice a book in Statue of Liberty. In that book, numbers are written in Roman numerals. Now let us decode it. M is hidden here. This is actually M. So M represent 1000 plus D represent 500. Right to D we have C, 2 C's. C represent hundreds. So 500 plus 2 C's, that is 200. Then we have L. L represent 50. Right to L we can see 2x, which is equal to 20. L x x is equal to 50 plus 20, that is 70. Finally we have 6. When we add all these numbers, 1000 plus 700 plus 70 plus 6, we get 1776. This says July 4th, 1776. The content of this recording is borrowed from Karnataka Textbook Society, Bangalore, under Fair Usage Policy. This video is presented by Avari Technologies. Please do hit subscribe button to get more content. Thank you.